I like lots of makeup and weird hairstyles and stuff like that. I like being different. It's not, you know, not trying to be, it just happens, kind of. Recently, actually, within the last year, I had some cervical cancer removed, and that was scary because I didn't need chemo or anything. I was really lucky, but that was a life-changing experience because you figure like, wow, I'm this happy young woman, and all of a sudden you hear your name and cancer in the same sentence, and it's like, oh God. And I don't have a tagline, but and I could be corny and say carpe diem, but do it. If something comes along, and no matter what it is, just take it. Like, take every opportunity you have in life, because you could walk out your front door and get hit by a truck. It could happen. Well, I don't want to intimidate people. That's not my style. It's not like, you all better watch out. It's not like that. It's like, hey, I think we're all in this together. Let's do the best we can. I'm not like, hey, let's all be campy and friends, but I don't feel that there's a need. I think if you need to use intimidation against people, then you don't have what it takes inside to do what you need to do. So everyone should just bring what they got, and we'll see who wins, see what happens. I think what it is that sometimes my look and my height comes off very intimidating. People somehow think I'm automatically like just this hardcore bitch or something that, like I'm out to like step on people. But if they get to know me, I'm actually a really, really giving, nice person. I like to keep everyone's interests, It's like, hey, let's get along. I'm not out to hurt people. I think the thing I'm most excited about is not knowing. It's like, yeah, well, all right, it'll be way more of a surprise for someone like me. So, it's cool. Oh yeah, it's very surreal. This whole thing is just a surreal, dreamlike experience. So I'm just kind of like, hey, let's do it.
I am a very energetic person. I've got a huge personality. I've got a lot of energy, I've got a lot of passion, I've got a lot of drive, and I've got a whole lot of confidence. But not cockiness, just a lot of confidence, a lot of strength. I come from a conservative background. I'm very strong in my faith. Brought up in church, and just very normal. I have a great relationship with my parents, and I have a little brother, Lance, who's fabulous. I miss him at home. 2 dogs who I miss a lot, so just very, very close to my parents, closer than most. This is definitely a defining experience in my life, over anything. Up to this point, I've lived a pretty straightforward, life. Nothing life-changing, nothing crazy, And coming out to LA and getting a chance to be on America's Next Top Model is my life-defining moment. I was going along in life, getting ready to graduate, getting ready to go into college, and all of a sudden my world's turned upside down, and here I am in LA, so it was definitely a crossroads. People see me as a very nice girl. I'm a very likable person. I get along with most everyone that I meet. I'm kind of the good girl, I don't party, I don't drink, I don't smoke. I think I'm a very good role model, especially for younger girls. So I'm a very good influence overall. I'm kind of the innocent one and the baby. Watch out. Watch out, girls, because I may be young and I may not be the tallest, but I want it the most. I am going to be America's Next Top Model, so you better watch out. I'm going to the top, and no one can stop me. Here's the thing about me. I have a small problem of talking behind people's backs, especially with girls I don't like. So, you get on my nerves and you bug me, I'm going to be nice to your face, but I might go talk about you in confessionals, So I don't know if that'll ever come into play in the house. It might, but that's my small little, my little flaw right there.
I like everything. I would describe myself as the outgoing, fun person, and very I have my energetic moments. I like everything. I eat everything. I will do anything. Not like that, oh crap. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just out there. I just have fun. That's how I do it. I'm from India. I'm originally from India. I moved to Homestead, Florida when I was 6. After Hurricane Andrew, my mom moved there to help out, and I've been living there ever since. And then my dad came a year later. Yeah. So it's quite different. It was a big move for me, big change. Being raised in India, I didn't grow up in poverty, but I've seen poverty, you know? My family's not poor, they're not rich. We're blessed. We're incredibly blessed, you know? And then being brought here, in Homestead, there was a lot of, like, racial comments when I was younger. I was the only dark kid around, you know? And it was all white people. Sorry, I'm not being racist, I'm just saying. And that defined me because that had put me in this little shell of mine that I would sit in the corner, not talk to anyone. It made me, like, look at myself in a lower way. I didn't have self-confidence. Being here now is like crazy. Like, it has brought out my self-confidence so much more. Like, things have just, it's giving me a humbling experience, a very humbling experience. And I'm glad it did because I was uglier before. So I have been made fun of. At least I wasn't like beautiful all my life, so I would have been a total diva right now. I'm admitting to it. But you know, it's given me that humbling experience and I'm glad I did get through it. It's hard to describe me. I'm like a chameleon. I will blend into every situation possible, but I will stand out. You know, I am very opinionated. Almost got kicked out of my school for that. Didn't get my prom crown for that because I'm opinionated, so that's kind of upsetting. But yeah, like, character-wise, I'm just the fun one. That's it. That's the one. Like, I'm the weird one in the corner that'll make you laugh just because you're laughing at me. People wouldn't expect me to be the innocent. Like, they expect me to be the innocent type. I'm not the innocent type. It's like a little thing that they put around. I think it's mostly Indians. Oh, they're the quieter ones. It's all taboo to them if they do this or do that. No, I am a party girl, and I love it. I like to go out there. I like to have fun.
I describe myself as fun, energetic, easy to get along with. I'm a pretty easygoing person. I'm friendly. I describe myself as friendly. Yes, big shock about me is I'm an identical twin. And she's actually here on the show with me, which is good news for me. I think being a twin is going to help me, and it's going to hinder me because it's going to help me because everyone's so shocked about it. It's something new, it's something exciting, but it's also, we're going to be compared to each other more, and we're going to be compared to the other girls, like, oh, well, which twin, you know, who's good, who's evil. I think it'll be good because America is always asking those questions, and they get to pick a favorite. Because even if you don't know your favorite girl, we might not be your favorite girl, which one's your favorite twin? So it's a new little add-on bonus. We're pretty close. We've shared a room for 18 years, so had to be kind of close. We have the same friends, but now that we're in college, she hangs out with her basketball friends a lot, and she's more sporty. I'm more, I guess, girly, even though I don't wear very many dresses or anything. But yeah, we're pretty close, so it'll be interesting. It was kind of difficult being tall growing up, just because boys are so much shorter than you. And I would date shorter boys. I haven't yet, because I've only had one boyfriend. So being tall, you always stood out, and they're like, I was always taller than the boys in the class. That was kind of like, whoa, she's tall. Blah, blah, blah. But it's been okay. I think having a twin helped me, because you know, like, people make fun of you for being, because I'm so skinny and tall, but she was always there, so it was okay, and we kind of like, well, we handled it good, I think. I think the viewers are going to be really excited. They're like, whoa, there's twins. And like, from that point, after the excitement settles in, they're going to start choosing favorites. Who's the evil twin? Who's the bad twin? Who's the better twin? I like this twin better. What twin do you like? I think the viewers are going to have another little aspect of which one's their favorite going on in their head. Not like, who's your favorite model? Who's your favorite twin? So that's going to be, I think that's what will go on in the viewers' heads.
My name is Carrie D. I am 21 years old, and I'm from warm Fargo, North Dakota. Yeah, you betcha. Yeah, oofta, I already know what it's going to be said. And no, I don't have, like, wood chippers in my backyard, and I don't kill people. And neither is anyone else in the town. Just on that movie, it was portrayed like that. I think, from coming from a small town, and going into this house and a high fashion world modeling, I think that suits me perfectly. It really does, because I feel that Fargo's too small for me and Fargo can't handle me. Like, I love my hometown, I love it, they're great, but at the same time, I'm so different from everyone. You know, I'm completely different, and I'm not afraid to show it. But, you know, sometimes it's intimidating when you go into a Walmart and you're wearing a midriff and everyone's staring at you. And, you know, you can't even like dye your hair pink without, you know, 18 comments when you walk by. It's just so sheltered. I can't even explain the craziest things I've done, because every day is crazy for me. I'm very spontaneous. So, like, I've gotten in the car on a minute's notice and like literally an hour's notice and drove all the way to Ohio, which is 19 hours. I've jumped off a 50-foot cliff into the ocean it's a no jumping, no anything, you know, death can occur. And I'm like, whoa, you know, jumping. I always try to live my life like it's my last day, you know. I treat people with respect that they give me, and even if they don't give me the right respect, I'm still just a very adult about it, because insecurity I can pick out in people really quickly, and they're making fun of you, they're insecure. They wish they could maybe have something like that. Like, if you're silly and you just don't care and you're open and you're free, and they go, oh God, you see how weird she was acting, it's just a weirdo. It's like, no, I'm not a weirdo, I'm just very liberated in myself, I'm comfortable, I'm secure. So I think, you know, that can be a problem, but at the same time, I'm so chill with everyone.
I would describe myself as a very unpredictable person, slightly random at times. Sometimes I throw out something in the middle of a conversation that has nothing to do with anything. And I don't know, I'm a very confident person. People tell me I'm very humble, but I mean, in this competition, you pretty much have to sell yourself. So I don't do that on a regular basis, but I am confident in myself. I'm confident in my personality, which I think is what has taken me so far, because there are beautiful girls throughout this competition, in and out, but I mean, none of them have Christian's personality, so. I just pretty much plan on letting the real Christians shine through, because they want to see everybody's personality. I think America will love me just as far as being a relatable person, just being through things that every teenage girl is going through, not really, you know, loving who they are at the time, but eventually growing to like who you are. I'm full of surprises, I guess you could say, like just different things. Like, people see me as kind of this prissy, want to get made up type girl all the time, but I mean, I can roll around in the dirt if I want to. I can climb a tree, do something weird. It doesn't matter. Like, there's different layers to me that people don't really expect. Like, I'm usually pretty much up for anything, as long as it's not like, you know, gonna hurt me or other people around, but I'm usually up for anything. I'm pretty laid back. I mean, I don't like conflict at all. So, I mean, usually if there's a fight, you won't see me in the middle of it unless it's like directed at me and I have to get my word in. I like to make my parents proud, so other than that, Christian's full of surprises. You never know what I'm gonna do or say. I'm not worried about living with the girls at all. Christian is a survivor. That's what I can say. Like, I adapt to anything that you give me, and you can trust that I'm gonna make the best out of whatever is given to me. Look out for Christian is my message. I'm gonna sneak up on you. I'm sweet. I'm gonna stay sweet. Not gonna be fake to you, but I definitely plan on being there for the long run. I plan on being on this show for a very long time.
I would describe myself as being outspoken. I talk too much. I'm very opinionated, but I'm very likable. I smile way too much sometimes, and I just like to talk. I think some of the girls will be intimidated by me. We've had some run-ins in the past. And I don't know, it just kind of seems like everybody wants to be too nice in the beginning. And this is a competition to me the whole way through, so I kind of am not really concerned about that. And I think that's rubbing people the wrong way, because they just all want to be friends. And that's cool, but I want to win. And I think the problem with me is I think a lot of things are stupid. For some reason, a lot of things get on my nerves, and I just think anything that's not practical or logical or that makes sense, I always have something to say about it. I think for myself, what I want to get out of this competition is to kind of come out of my shell and let myself go. I'm very reserved. At the same time, however, I'm like loud and crazy, but I mean just things, I think about everything before I do it. And I don't want to let myself slip up and, you know, kind of look bad. So I think that it'll help me to come out of my shell and just explore different aspects of myself and my personality. I'm a die-hard competitive person. I know a lot of people say that, but I hate losing. I hate losing, and I'll do whatever it takes to win. And I'm not nice when it comes down to that. And a lot of girls say, yeah, I'm competitive and stuff, but they're still, you know, they'll let you get an edge on them. I won't. And I'm a hard person to beat. So I think that's what I could bring to it. I think that you just have to be a likable person. You have to be real. You have to let people know what you're about. You obviously have to have the physical features, but you just have to be able to relate to other people.
Well, when I was growing up, it was kind of tough, just because, like, I was born and raised in like a white community, and I had black friends, but like they didn't really accept me because I wasn't, you know, thug or ghetto or whatever. And then my white friends were kind of like, well, she's black and things like that. But it wasn't really bad until I got probably when I moved to Iowa. Like I was the only, my family is the only black family in the whole town. So it was kind of crazy, just like, oh, okay. So I was the only black girl in my high school, and I think I'm the first black girl to graduate from my high school. I'm like the energetic person in the family. Like I'm just like, oh, you know, about everything. I get it from my mom because that's how she is, and I'm just like all over the place, kind of fun, and energy is what describes me. I'm energetic. Yes, a lot of my background has shaped who I am. I think growing up in the different situations, like, you know, moving to Iowa and having to experience that, you know, me being the only black person in the school, like, that's really shaped who I am. Like, I'm able to, you know, I've learned from that, and I kind of, I know what to do in those situations, and it doesn't make me feel uncomfortable anymore. Most of them just have a normal, you know, life, and I've been, you know, I lived in 2 different areas, and I know different, you know, cultures and how people do things, so I think that's pretty cool. The opportunity to, like, be able to do something that I love. Like, I've always wanted to be a model, and just the opportunity to be on TV and to be able to model, or, you know, to have a chance to win this and be like, okay, you're gonna be a model. Like, that's crazy. Like, this has been my dream forever, and like all of a sudden now, you know, it's happening. So I'm kind of like, what is going on? I'm just so excited. I just can't believe it. Well, I think I have an advantage, like my energy, my personality. If I'm myself, then I'm different from everyone else, and I've noticed that, and I think other people notice that too. It's like when I'm myself and I'm energetic and I'm just me, you know, that stands out, and that's good enough. So sometimes I am a messy person. Sometimes I'm a messy person, but usually I'm good with like living with other girls. Like I have roommates, and usually I'm good with that. I mean, there's a lot of drama living with a bunch of girls, and I just got out of a bunch of drama with living with 3 other girls, so it's gonna be crazy adding 10 more. So I don't know how this is all gonna work out.
I guess I have a unique look compared to everyone else. But yeah, it's probably, I have a bit of an advantage because, I don't know, I can't just say, oh, I'm the only one with short hair, but right now I am, and who knows, somebody else might get short hair. But as far as my facial features, I think I look, I think all of us, though, in the house look pretty different from each other. But yeah, I would say being unique in appearances is definitely an advantage. I think my personality is pretty unique compared to a lot of them. A lot of them are very, I think, very sassy and like, you know, diva kind of style, but I'm pretty mellow as far as like, I'm not usually competitive. That's not my nature to be super competitive. I'm very like, everyone wins, you know, equality, like very much like that. I look at this competition as less as a competition, but more of a strive to do the best that I have in my ability to do. So I don't know how the other girls are going to look at it, but I feel like a lot of people, when they're in a competition, it's very like, oh, beat everyone else. But I don't think that that's the way to go about. The way I would go about it, and the way I am going to go about it, is just, yeah, see how far I can go, just as far as myself and what my abilities can allow me to do. I think they'll see me as being a very genuine, kind person. I'm goofy, very goofy. Like, I joke around a lot, and I'm probably the least model-like girl here, actually, because I don't know, a lot of these girls I think have always grown up with like a set mind that's like, I'm gonna be a model and this is what I want to do. But that was kind of put aside for me. I was never, you know, I always thought it would be really fun and like it's ambitious, but I didn't think that it would be possible. Especially because I was in a plane crash, and I think that kind of made me think that from the scars on my leg when I broke my leg, I thought that, you know, it wouldn't be possible for someone with a lot of scars and things like that to be a model. When I was younger, like right after the accident, I had a cast on my leg for probably on and off for like 5 years, because I'd have surgeries. And so, you know, after that, like it was hard, you know, dealing with having such a different, like having a disability, like it's hard, you know? And especially wanting to do sports and things like that. Like I love skiing, I love soccer, but it put me behind like as far as like things that I wanted to do. I guess a lot of people who are very beautiful give off this feeling about them that seems like kind of pretentious. I don't know. And I don't feel like I ever give that off. I'm very you know, genuine, and I'm very open, and I don't know. I don't want to be that person who's, you know, who gives off that negative vibe or whatever.
I did go to high school for a little bit, and I learned how to be social with people, but it wasn't quite working out. So I decided to go for homeschool, and I tried it out, and it ended up working out famously. It was really cool. Like, I like it a lot better because I'm so independent, just sleep in, you know, and it's not just that, I just have my own freedom. It was kind of like going to college, even though I've never been to college, but I'm sure it's just like that. The younger, the better. I've definitely got a lot of life in me, and I'm so just, you know, I don't know if I am the youngest, am I? Maybe. I don't know, but it feels good. I feel like I definitely have a lot of life. Even if I was a year older, I think I'm still going to be like, woo, just like, whatever, you know. Still going to be cool and just do my thing. I think so. I mean, I'm just really just who I am every single day. I take life every day, step by step. And like, you know, I'm usually like, I have crazy binges too, or I just go crazy and just go to rock and roll shows and just have a good time and just go with the flow of life, you know, just doing what I like to do, and this is great too. All right, I've had to do this before, so I'm gonna do it again. I'll be like, watch out, girlies, because I'm gonna rock and roll you girls. You know, I'm just gonna take them, just get out of here, you know? I don't know, it's just, I'm down to do whatever, and I'm totally fearless against this world. This world is just at my fingertips, and let's go. I have a really good feeling it is, because I'm just totally fearless against this world. Nothing could stop me. And, you know, the only way I could see myself not winning is if, you know, maybe I'm not the right look, or, you know, maybe what if I stop trying for 1 second? That 1 second could totally harm me, and then boom, goodbye. I think if you try your hardest, then why not?
Yeah, the advantage for me is because I've worked in this field on both sides. I've modeled my own clothes and I've made my own clothes, and I know how much work goes into these clothes. Well, first of all, I started dressing myself when I was 3. And then my mom was like, let me help you. I'm like, no, everything has to match. Don't touch me. I will dress myself. And then, you know, as the years went on, I was really skinny and lanky and tall, and nothing would fit me. So my mom made all my sister's clothes when she was a kid, and because my grandma was a seamstress. So I'm like, Mom, where's the sewing machine? I got to make some pants. None of these clothes fit me. So when I was 13, I made a bunch of my own clothes and just would rock my own pants and kind of wear my own thing and slowly develop my own style. It was funny because everyone in my life that really loved me was like, you should model. Oh my gosh, you look great. You know, that was maybe when I got a little older. And every person that was my age, my peers were all like, are you anorexic? Like, you need to eat something. Oh my God. And I'm like, I'm Italian. I eat a lot. Like, I can eat 7 tacos, okay? Like, you need to get off my back. But the more it happened, I mean, it probably happened every day for 3 years. I was called anorexic. I was really super skinny, and I ate, and I would just eat just to try and gain weight, and it didn't work. And, you know, I swear for 3 years in a row, every single day I was called anorexic by someone else, and it was really hard to deal with. I'm the oldest person here, so I think it's going to be interesting just to see, you know, because I know what I was like when I was 18, and a lot of these girls are 18. So just seeing, you know, what they're going through, I don't even think I'll be affected just because I know I was there and I know what it feels like. I don't know what this feels like at 18, but I know the insecurities I had at 18, and I could not let someone else's insecurities come off on me at this age and at this level of competition. Right, I am in this for all the right reasons. You know, I want to be a part of this industry, and I want to be a designer maybe when I'm like 50. You know, I don't want to be a designer anytime that I can be modeling, because modeling is so much fun to me. And beyond that, just knowing what it takes to make a shirt, just knowing what it takes to make a dress. When I put on someone else's dress, I know how to respect those things. Girls, you better watch out, because I'm taking it to the top.
I would say I'm very outgoing and just down to earth. Like, you know, I'm not trying to be anything else than myself. Having to grow up being kind of like, you know, the black sheep of my family and stuff was like probably like one of the biggest things, because I've always, you know, been talked about, and I've had so many people always, you know, put me down, and, you know, not just mentally abused, but like, you know, physically too. So once I got older, it was like, you know, I have to, you know, show people like, you know, even though you guys try to break me, you know, I'm still standing, I'm still strong, and I'm still moving. So I would say like just all of the negative things I've had in my life, because I've had like so many, has actually made me more positive and more stronger. And I'm here, I'm Monique, and I'm ready. I've survived, you know, almost being near death, and, you know, moving all the way to Chicago by myself. You know, it's just so many things that I've done that just shows my strength, and me just having the ability to just take chances, you know. So I think that would probably like exceed me through everything, just in life period, is just having that mentality of taking a chance and just staying strong. Watch out, just don't get in my way. Don't get in my way, and don't try to sabotage me, because that would be like the worst thing ever, because I would do whatever I have to do to sabotage you, and you won't even know it. You won't even know. You'll be like, oh wow, okay. Yeah, heck yeah, heck yeah. Especially when it comes to my modeling, heck yeah. I might not like track and all other little stupid things I did, you know, when I was younger, but this is one thing that I absolutely love, so yeah. Okay, I would say more Tyra, because I just looked up to her as far as her being like a black model and just doing so much more and just like making a stand, and she just ventured out and just did everything. I'm like, wow, that's like amazing, you know.
Having my twin here, I think it's going to be an advantage and a disadvantage. The disadvantage would be that we're going to be compared not only to 13 other girls, but to each other, like every little detail, like, oh, she can do this, she can't do that. And also the fact, another advantage, you know, would be that we're identical twins. We get a little extra exposure and stuff. You know, we had that extra bonus package. But you know, they were born with their look. I was born with her. So, yeah. I'm more of a tomboy and a little more sarcastic. She's a little more of the girly girl, but she's still sporty. But I have to say that on her defense. And but she's more outgoing a little. She's more into theater and stuff, like out there. So we are the same, but we are different at the same time. Yeah, she's really into theater and stuff, so she likes to be on stage and have fun, joke around. I'm not gonna say we haven't really thought deep into what this strategy is. We're just gonna play off the twin thing, but also just be ourselves. So we're gonna use the twin things to our advantage and try to not make it a disadvantage. Honestly, the competition between my sister is kind of something that we've been used to all our lives. We're always being compared and competing against, like, oh, who's more athletic, who's smarter, who's this, who's that, who's taller, who's born first. I mean, everybody wants to know the competitive things, like, to make us, like, egg each other on. So we've always been competitive. The only difference here is that it's for a prize. Like, it's for something really, like, if it's for $100,000, I mean, it's a different level. I don't know exactly how it's going to pan out. I think viewers are going to be excited about the whole twin aspect, something new. And everybody loves twins. Everybody sees twins, they're like, oh my gosh, you're twins, wow, who's born first? So, like, everybody gets excited when they see twins. It's just, everybody does it. I'm so used to it. And then also, just myself, I do have a different kind of personality. I think I'm fun, nice, and sarcastic, and it'll be interesting.